everyone. This is Patricia with Patricia's Crafting Corner. Today's scripture or prayer: He lit up the way before me, and I walked safely through the darkness. Job 29:3. Hello, everyone. Today's project, I am going to be using a little coaster container, a holder, to make a business card holder. And I purchased my little bears. I call them my gummy bears because that's what they remind me of. The two bear set, and I'll use this if there's any leftovers. And I also have this container I got from Temu with the little heart, bow on top. And it's just something to use as a side container on the desk. But I want to get started because today we're using our 4-hour cure resin from Let's Resin. I'll be using my amethyst alcohol ink from Pissix. And we're going to get started. I have everything mixed up. I have 6.5 ounces mixed up to make sure that at least we have enough, because this is the last of my 4-hour cure. And I want that at least to be able to fill up the container for the little side piece and the business card holder. So we'll see how far we can get with it and go from there. But I do want to start first with the little box because this is a new mold. I purchased this from Temu. And I'm going to spray a little alcohol in both molds. I've already mixed my resin and I let it sit and debubble. It's still debubbling a little bit, degassing. I will add my ink. I don't know exactly how much I want in there, but I don't want it to overcome. Oh, there we go. To the point where there is no translucency left. I want something to still have a little clearness to it. So we'll start with the 3 drops and see how that looks. And if we need more, we'll add more. I also have little butterfly stickers that I purchased from Amazon that are, you can put them in on the inside and they'll show through, or either on the outside. I don't know whether I'm thinking we're going to wait until it's cured and add them. I'm going to add a couple of more drops because it's still too light. That's 3 more, so that's 6. 7, 8. We'll see what that gives us, okay? So we'll mix it. Now, I don't remember using the amethyst before, but I could have and just don't recall it. But I think it's a very beautiful spring color. And I'm just getting ready for spring right now. I've had enough of winter. Just want some things that are going to be beautiful. That's 8. Still, I'm just going to try maybe 15 drops. Hopefully it won't be too dark. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. One got ahead of me there. How's everybody doing? I'd like to thank all of my subscribers, and if you're new, thank you for joining us. And to the returning viewers, thank you, thank you, thank you, because without you I wouldn't have existed this long. It's Saturday, and honestly, I'm just ready to just sit back and rest and relax. It's still just not giving me enough of an umph. So let's take it up to 20. That was 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. And that last one was a little squirt. Hopefully hefty enough. Oh yeah, this is looking much better. I still want to be able to see my butterflies. I don't want the color to be so dark that it would look like a waste for putting them on. Okay, so yeah, I think that's going to be beautiful. You may not be able to tell right now, but I think once it's cured, you'll see how pretty it turns out. Just give a little cleanup on my stick here and make sure everything isn't sticky, because cleanups are getting to be such a hassle lately. Oh, sorry about that. We'll start with the lid first. I'm pouring it from a distance with this. Oh, and you can't even see me. Let's get you into camera here to see as much as you can. And I see a little drop of purple in there. I'm going to have to go back and stir that. I don't want to overfill them. Okay. And I'll add to the box first. Give it a little squeeze. On yesterday, I started to feel pretty bad. I thought I was coming down with something, but by the grace of God, no effects today. I feel good. I'm able to get up and move around. I had such a bad day, headache, nausea turned into a little episode where I actually was sick, and it was just like, what is going on here? So I took a nice hot shower and stayed in bed most of the day. My daughter came home from work early to be with me. And I do have a granddaughter that lives with me, and they took such good care of me, so I can't complain. I am blessed, and I know I'm blessed because some people don't have anyone there for them. And even though we have our little squabbles, things like that, at least I try not to take them for granted, because I mean, we all have our own little things that can be bothersome to somebody else. But you know, I am blessed. I know I am, and I'll never ever give them the impression that I don't appreciate them. I may always irritate them, but I hope they know that they're loved beyond love. And that's purely because we all serve a God that loves us. Now, let's see here. That was the 6.5 ounces. What I am looking for right now is something to stir that little dot. And that's what troubles me. I call myself cleaning up things, and here it is. I have my little burnisher, and I'm just going to mix that in there. Hopefully it mixes well. I'm going to go down into the inside where the little bowl is to make sure that it is all filled in. Go around the sides, hoping to eliminate any air bubbles. Yeah, this has been a slow day so far. I know tomorrow it's supposed to be up in the 50s after we've just went through snow for the second time. We only got, from what I understand, about 3 inches, but where our sister city, Kansas City, I think they were hit pretty heavy. We have a few ladies that have channels that said that it was tough on them. But you know what? We're here to go through it again if God says so. So I'm not going to complain because honestly, I was able to get out the day before it snowed, and that did me pretty good. I did want to get out today. It's still not too late. I might still get out. I went to Hobby Lobby and saw a few more additions for my doll house that I am working on decorating to take pictures and to post. I decided to do it that way because it's nothing that I'm building from scratch just yet. I, excuse me, wanted to have this one to represent me. Like I said, if I can't have my house to be what I want it to be, maybe my doll house will represent it for me. Everything is in white, and with children, you can't do that, you know, because little small hands make big messes, and I've lived through that. But now I've got great grands, and it's not always where you can control every little thing with these little guys. They have more energy than I would ever dream of them having. Now I'm just going to pour this little teeny bit to start off the bear, because what I'm going to do with them once they're filled, I'm going to take from my sister Diana, from Diana TV, and start to make and produce the little pocket hugs to give to people. And with my waste or whatever's left, I won't call it waste because we try not to waste anything with this resin. But with my overs, I'm going to try to make things that are presentable and worth giving away, and just letting people know, hey, you're loved. This is what I'd like to pass on. My daughter is a social worker. Well, actually, I have two that are social workers. One has her master's and one is working, going to go back to school to finish hers. And there's so many people in need right now. It's just sad. It's so sad to think at a time in this day and time that people are still struggling and in need. So that was quick enough. We're going to let these sit for, like I say, a 4-hour cure, and come back when everything's cured. And I'll just get these things cleaned up, and we'll go towards decorating them once that's done. See you in a few minutes. And if I'm sounding like a robot, it's because for some reason the words just don't want to come out today. See you soon. Okay, I'm back. Our pieces have cured, and we're ready to demold them, hoping no bubbles. Okay, take it out of our little bracket here. Now, we didn't have enough to finish our little bear, so we'll set that aside, and we'll finish that off with the next resin project. And just break the seal. I do feel a little sharp edges there, so we'll definitely have to trim that. Smooth it out because we don't want anybody getting injured. I'm so sorry, had you out of camera. I really need to learn how to position my hands when I'm demolding these things and pouring them. I love the color. It is so soft and so pretty. It's real spring type like. That's beautiful. I love that. Just trying to get the mold situated again. Okay, let's look. Just a little bitty pinhole there. One right here, but it's so teeny you can't see them. 2, 3. They're very teeny pinholes that are really not noticeable unless you just, oh, well, there's one right there on the side. But like I said, you have to really be examining them as we are doing now to be able to spot. There's one. I don't know why that's there. But yeah, that's not no big deal. None at all. Let's go for our container. And, you know, it's getting to the point where you really have to be, as my granddaughter would tell me, Mom, Grandma, read more, because the sizes, you may think that it's a bigger container than it is because of the picture. You know, they blow the pictures up so much that you get that deceptive image of it being larger. But this one, I don't think it's going to be a problem because it's being small. And you can put anything in here. You can put your little paper clips or little tiny things, pins, that you know that you just need something to place it in. Here I go again. I pulled it away from it because I was having trouble getting it out. Okay, even with the alcohol, I still see little bitty pinhole air bubbles. And I'm not even going to worry about that because it's a little rough. So I may just go in there with some UV resin and fill that in so it won't be something that you could hurt yourself on or anybody that would use this. Little rough edges still. But for the most part, I'm pleased with it. Little pinholes here and there. Well, like I say, it does not do anything to take away from the overall charm of it. Last piece is the lid. Now with lids, I find that it's iffy if they all fit the way they're supposed to. That's just the problem that I have. I don't know if anybody else has those problems. But, and especially when you do the excuse me, the plaster or the quick mold and all that stuff. Okay, it's nice. I know it's got little bits of overage. We'll trim that off. As far as pinholes, little teeny minute ones there, I don't think that it would be like a thing where this would crush someone's real spirits if they even received it as a gift. But overall, I think it's really beautiful. It's turned out really well. I need to trim that excess off on the sides here and on the bottoms. And I'm going to consider whether we're going to fill this with the UV just so it'll be smooth. Like I say, I don't have anyone that I just want to give this off to, but just in case someone would want it, they would not have any issues with it. So let's see, I have my trimmer. And honestly, sometimes, well, this is still pretty soft where I can just come right on in and smooth it down. Yeah, didn't take long for this side to be done. I don't like to trim in too much. I'd rather just go in layers of getting it off because sometimes you can cut into it. And that right there, now that bothers me because I would like for it to be just something even and smooth. That looks pretty good, but I still feel just a teeny bit. Come in here and do the same. Yeah, that's neat. And then sometimes I have to flip it over, you know, back and forth to be able to see how much I have on there left or if there's any piece that I missed. Now, I'm not going to do the others with you because I don't want to take up too much time with this and have you sitting through all of that. I do have my stickers, and I will get those out, and we'll decide which ones we're going to use. Something that's going to highlight and bring it out, give it a pretty little vibe, and go from there. So I'll be back after I've trimmed all of this down and smooth it out, and we'll go from there. See you in a minute. Okay, I'm back. I've selected 3 butterflies from the selection that I had out, and I've already started using. But since this is the purple one, I want to start this one purple to go on the front of my little container. I'm only going to use 3 stickers. I don't want to over sticker it because if I did give this to anyone, it would be to my adult daughter, and she could put it on her desk at work. And I will put it in the center. I'm going to lower the legs down as much as possible on the wings. This is so much easier than doing my Cricut labels. Oh my goodness, so much more easier. Look at that, it just went right on. Now I will get those little edges off there that I didn't actually trim. I didn't want to take it too close but since it's a clear, I wanted to rub it in as much as possible and then come back and correct anything that needs to be corrected. Same thing though, even with air bubbles with these guys. I would pierce them with a real sharp tip pen or something. But I'm just trying to clip away that extra there. Yeah, that looks better. And work it into the creases good. Push any down there. But I'd have to see if she likes it first. And I'm sure she will. She watches the channel and she always gives me feedback. And she always wants something that she sees and she likes. So I don't know what she would do with all this stuff, but when eventually she moves and get a bigger place, she will have somewhere to sit it or just replace other things with it. Switch things off here and there. My church member loved her gift that I made for her of her little foster child. And I'm just so happy that it could give her some joy. That really, really made me feel better. And plus, I was able to go back to church after being out for over a year and a half. It was so good to receive the hugs of love and to know that people were praying for me more than just our prayer group and family members. But it got a little daunting for me. I didn't take my inhaler with me. I got overcome with and had a little episode. So I didn't get to sit in the remainder of the church service. My daughter and I sat out in our little area where there's the cafeteria, and we were able to watch online via our cell phones. So it was just beautiful, beautiful. I enjoyed the entire day. So, okay, we've got that sticker on, and I think it's really nice. I think she'll like it. I'm going to come back and smooth it out a little bit more, but I don't want to spend all day in that one area. Now, this one I was thinking of just putting it on the side here, something like that, and then one on the front. They're not the exact same colors, but like I say, it's more or less just decoration. And trying to make them look pretty. So I am going to complete this, and I'll be back with the final presentation, and that'll be our conclusion of our video for today. See you real soon. Okay, everyone, this is our completed project for today. We have the business cards to highlight, our little business card holder, the trinket box, and an ink pen just to kind of accentuate the area. So with that, I hope you like, subscribe, and leave a comment. I hope you enjoyed the video.